Hey traders, it's Three Wave Trading coming at you with another training video. Today's training video is going to be about 15-minute candles and how to use them to enter with great entries into trades you want to take. Today we're going to be looking at longs only, and we're going to be looking at 15-minute candles that were based on news and also a reversal after a long push down in the market. So let's take a look at the first one, Tuesday of this week, 8:30 a.m. news. We had a couple news items today, or this week, I would say. Tuesday, we had our core retail sales. And Wednesday, today, we had non-farm employment and unemployment. So these reports are released at 8:30 a.m. each day. And so what I did is I looked at the resulting 15-minute candle that occurred after each news report was released at 8:30. So I'm looking at the candle that's forming between 8:30 and 8:45, and then I'm taking a metric off that candle, and I'll show you what I do here, okay? So let's look at the first one, Tuesday at 8:30. Okay, Tuesday at 8:30, we had this particular candle right here. I don't know if you can see this, put a little arrow under it. Okay, so that is the one that we're looking at. So this particular candle, when it completed, I could see that it was a bullish dragonfly candle. Okay, so I've already got a pullback here, a very flat top candle here, and a strong bar here just before the news. So I know that I'm already in an uptrend. But I want to find a way to get in because I like this. The news is obviously positive, and I want to figure out a way to get in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a retracement tool, which measures where the different levels of pullback would be on a candle. So I'm going to look at the high right here, up here at 52.14. I'm going to move to the next area here, where the next candle is going to form. Hasn't formed yet. And I'm going to go ahead and place the metrics of 50% on that candle. Okay, so I can see it clearly. When I switch down to the 1 minute now, I'll be able to know exactly where that 50% level was on that candle. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at right now. So when that candle's done, that 15-minute candle, news candle's done, I put a retracement level on it of 50%. I also have 0.382 and 0.618 too. They're just below and above. But what I'm looking for here, just to be really clear, is I do it at 8:45, and then I wait to see if I'm going to get a pullback to that candle and then a strong bar or two off of it. Okay? And that's exactly what I got right here. We came right down to that 50% retracement, and we got that nice strong push up off. Okay, so that's where I got in right here. As I could see, we were bouncing off that level, and I took it up for a very nice trade. Actually, that trade turned out to be a very nice trade. Okay, so that was the Tuesday 8:30 a.m. news candle. Let's look at the Wednesday 8:30 a.m. news candle. I played this morning. Okay, let's look at that one. Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. We had more news. We had, again, I say it was non-farm employment, okay? A red folder news event, just like yesterday was a red folder news event. Red folder on Forex Factory means you're going to get probably going to get some pretty strong price action off of that, okay? So let's take a look at that one. That one came in at 8:30. Let's look at the 15-minute chart on that. Looked totally different than yesterday. And here's what we got. We had a very strong, the 8:30 candle on Wednesday was right here. Let me put an arrow under it so you can see it. Okay. This one, the way this one worked out is that we had a very strong bar with a top wick, okay? So I put my, it also looked very bullish, right? Although top wicks are inherently kind of, it's a little bit of a warning signal when you have a top wick, but it was a pretty strong green candle nevertheless. So I still felt confident that I wanted to measure it and take a trade off it. So I'm going to take my retracement tool, put that top of it at the top, bottom at the bottom, and then that's going to leave my 50% level. Then I'm going to jump to a 1 minute chart, again Wednesday at 8:45. And I remember taking this trade. So here's what I did on this one. On this trade, I saw these little 1 minute candles float down here and kind of float above the level. And I thought maybe it's just so strong it's not going to touch the level. So against, really against my better rules, I went ahead and bought the top of this candle, okay? But I did okay with it. I think I still got about 50. How many points did I get? I can't remember, but it went from 83 up to 13. So that's about 26 points or something like that. It was good for. And then there's a couple of more bounces off this area. It never really quite touched the level, but it definitely, once you get a nice hammer, we definitely had a nice trade off that. But anyway, I did manage to bank some profits off this one right here. And then the final one, which I did not take because I was already done trading for the day, I also took, when we were falling later this morning, I managed to grab some bounces. I grabbed this one, I'm pretty sure. So I made a bunch more money. But let's take a look at the final one on the list, which is the Wednesday 10:45 reversal candle. Okay, we were selling off like crazy after the news. I think initially people saw it was really good employment numbers, so they were excited by that. But then they realized that, well, that means that the Fed's probably not going to lower rates if employment's doing so well. Usually they're inversely proportional. So we had a huge sell-off, okay? And switching to a 15-minute chart here during this huge sell-off, we could see that eventually we found the bottom. 15-minute candle turned green. And so what do? We take and we put a 50% retracement level on that candle. Okay, we put it right there. Top is right there at 50.075. Bottom's right there at 49.978. Okay, we switch to the 1 minute. And we're expecting a lot of short covering off. There's a lot of selling here. So we're expecting a big pop off of this one. And we sure enough got it. So here was the level here at 11:10. It finally hit. It completed, the 10:45 completed at 11, but at 11:10 is where we got the real bounce. Okay, and it was such a big bounce that you could either buy that candle as it was going up and ride it quite a ways up, or what you could do was say, hey, this is such a big bounce, I'm going to switch to one more time frame down and do a retracement off of this candle, possibly. Okay, that'll work too. So then I switch to, you can switch to a 5-second on that and trade the 5-second reaction to the 1 minute candle. Okay, and that turned out to be a little cleaner trade, actually. So you get a little bit better risk to reward if you place your stop somewhere under the swing low or under the 38% right there. So that's another trade you can take right there and get in somewhere in here. Keep your stop down here and then just ride it all the way up, So, yeah. Anyway, these are all based on the 15-minute candle, which I think is a fantastic mix between big picture and, it's big enough to be big picture. It's small enough to be actionable. You can actually take trades off it. What I do is I just take the metrics that I'm looking for, take that metric and go ahead and find the 50% pullback. Sometimes it pulls back to 38% too. Got to keep that in mind. But usually it'll do 50%. Take the 50% retracement level, switch to a faster time frame to trade it. Take the bounce off the level. Take the bounce off the level. Okay? So that's how you do that. Hope that was helpful. I took a lot of these trades this week and they worked out great. And I encourage you to check it out for yourself. You can try it on the sim account, see how it goes for you. Okay, thanks.